Greetings everyone. Just a quick update that we are still unclear about the next step post Contemplative Studies Program. That's still very much incubating in the womb of emptiness. I hope you're resting, metabolizing. Just a quick thought that, we've now returned from several pilgrimages, and just as we depart for pilgrimage, we have an orientation, and when we return, we have a reorientation. And usually it's the latter that is more tricky, because usually we've spent 2 or 3 weeks together in a very, very pronounced crucible of learning, where the community is strong, the practice is strong, we're in holy places, we're being guided by amazing teachers, and that, in a way is like a juice press in itself, the pilgrimage, which is why they're my most cherished experiences. But nevertheless, once you have that experience and you return home, it can be really disorienting. The container in which we have just expressed our highest aspiration is no longer there. The friendship is no longer there. The momentum starts to die, and you are left feeling a little bit on your own. And so if you've been on the 2-year ride with me, you're probably now feeling that. I'm feeling that. Don't think that that's a strange or unique to you. That's what it means to be on a path together with fellow travelers. Life is a pilgrimage, okay? And CSP was a pilgrimage for sure. And so, you may find your mind grasping, you may find yourself feeling empty or feeling directionless or really missing things or having nostalgia or being irritated or a mix. You could be really relieved that the CSP is over, and the kind of breakneck speed or pace that we were maintaining was just nearly impossible to sustain. So you may be very relieved to have a quick breath of air. Nonetheless, I just want to normalize that for you, let you know I miss you, I miss everything that we went through together, and also I'm having all kinds of feelings too, being part of a Dharma community and on a path, and being led by Geshe Tenzin Zopa, and being with you guys. Your earnest energy is really one of the most meaningful things for me ever, and so we don't really quite have some ideas of what we can do together, but certainly I want to encourage all of us to just work through some of these emotions. Be a lamp unto yourself. Don't let the practice die. Make sure you're doing your water bowl offerings, make sure you're doing your morning prayers, and try to meditate on your own as best as possible. Otherwise, what was all the 2 years for? What kind of muscle memory were we creating together, if not for periods of when we were apart? So just have trust and faith that we'll get back together soon. And in the meantime, you can be your own refuge, and you can rest and metabolize, do a little light practice on your own, even if it's just reading a few pages from Lama Tsongkhapa or something like that, just to stay refreshed. Also, Geshe Tenzin Zopa did recommend that you could view his free classes on YouTube. He's currently going through some of the very seminal Lojong texts. You can find that at FPMT Australia. He recommended that, so I need not say anything more. But one thing I've been thinking about is just how to use social media more wisely. It's been a very pressing thought on my mind, just this sort of haphazard, energy-sucking, competitive, worthlessness in self-aggrandizing roller coaster ride that social media offers us. I wanted to do a little experiment with you, if you would indulge me and join me on a short pilgrimage. I am going to post for 30 days. They may not be consecutive days, but I'm going to do the Gradual Awakening 30 steps from my book. Why not? One of the things about Gradual Awakening it is timeless. It's not my lamrim. This lamrim doesn't belong to me. It belongs to all humanity, and it is timeless. It's never going to be a fad or a phase. It's never going to die or get old or get boring. So why not revisit it, even though the book is a couple of years old. So we will go through the 30 steps together on Instagram. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a 1-minute clip and a few words about each step, and you're going to join me. You're going to post your picture, whatever step we're working on. You'll post a picture and your thoughts, and hashtag Gradual Awakening. And it will be a way for us to stay together, number one. Number two, it will be a way for us to stay in the Dharma flow, number two. Number three, it will be a constructive use of social media. Hopefully, that's the experiment. And it will just serve the purpose of inspiring others, because we'll be posting about Dharma things and not haphazard things or silly things or meaningless things. And you can view everything and everybody else's post on the hashtag Gradual Awakening. So I'll leave a brief little synopsis in the post, and I'll give a couple days to galvanize some momentum. Do me a favor and start tagging people to let them know that we'll start in a couple of days. Maybe we'll start on Friday. Today is Tuesday, so maybe we'll start on Friday. I'll start tagging people, let them know we're going to do this, and a little bit more momentum, the better. And just a way for all of us to stay together, plug in, as I said, plug into something meaningful, and hopefully use social media constructively to inspire others with photographs and vulnerable contemplations and thoughts and personal thoughts and reflections on the steps to enlightenment. So I hope that intrigues you, and I hope you'll join. See you soon. All best wishes.